Okay, this time we're talking about 9b. This one's a little bit more complicated. Let me zoom in a little bit on that problem here. 4 plus x over 4 minus 3x minus 9 over 7 is less than a half. Okay, well the very first thing I want to do here is to get rid of the fractions. I don't like the fractions in there any more than you do. So just like we did with the rationals chapter, I'm going to multiply through by a number that's going to get rid of the fraction, the denominators here. Now it needs to have a 4 in it. Okay, now if it has a 4 in it, it'll already have a 2 in it because the 2 is part of the 4, so that's, the 4 is good to cover both these two denominators. It also needs to have a 7, so I really need to multiply this by 28. Okay, so when I multiply each term here by 28, this is what happens. The 28 by this first term, well that 28 goes into the numerator, but there's a 4 down there that's going to cancel with it, and I'm going to be left with a 7 from that 28 times x plus 4, denominator's gone. Minus, when I multiply the 28 by this term right here, the 7 in the 28 is going to be canceled with the 7 in the denominator, and you're going to be left with a 4 out of that 28 times 3x minus 9 less than, okay, I did not multiply by negative 28. I multiplied by positive 28, so it's not going to change the sign. And there's a 2 in here, the 28. If I take the factor of 2 out of the 28, I am left with a 14 times that 1, just leaves it as 14. Okay, well this is a lot easier for me to work with. Now I'm just going to expand this out. 7x plus 28 minus 12x plus 36 is less than 14. Putting those together, 7x minus 12x, that is going to be minus 5x. Okay, 28 and 36 is going to be 64. It's less than 14. Okay, now we're going to bring the 64 over. Okay, and we'll get negative 5x, just wanted to make sure that I'm doing my mental math here right, is going to be less than negative 50. Now, to finish this off, to get the x by itself, I have to divide through by negative 5. Okay, now we're purposely doing it. I could have avoided this a little bit earlier, but I wanted to bump into this because I wanted to show you what to do here. When you divide by that negative, remember, that changes the direction of the sign. So now instead of being a less than symbol, it becomes a greater than symbol. And then negative 50 divided by negative 5 is going to be positive 10. So on my number line, okay, on my number line, I'm going to identify the number 10. That's the important one. My solution here is x is greater than 10. So I'm going to put a circle around it, again, to indicate that the 10 is the number that's important here. But I'm not going to fill it in because my inequality here does not include the 10. So I don't include the 10. However, I will shade in a dark arrow here because the question is telling me that my solution values here are where x is greater than 10. Well, along the number line, that means to the right of 10. So there's my solution. 10, well, not including 10, but from 10 upward, or to the right.